muka koya yau fa gaskiya abubuwa ne mai kyau, yanda za mu siye equipment ɗinmu da yanda za mu yi amfani da su da wanda ya kamata mu siya a gurinsu. Wannan clinic ɗin gaskiya ya ilmantar da mu sosai. Za mu saka shi a cikin business ɗinmu saboda duk wani wanda yake da business inda har bai ɗauki wani abin da aka koya mana ya yi applying a ciki ba, to gaskiya kamar bai kyauta wa brave member. Wannan abin is really interesting, it's really educative, abu ne da ya taimake mu. Ok, na koyi wannan procurement in muka yi applying din shi a business ɗinmu, za mu san wani vendors ne za mu siya a gurinsu, wanne ne ba za mu siya ba. Kamar insurance da companies da za mu yi applying da wanda ba za mu yi ba, gaskiya zai taimake mu, musamman mu da muke da makaranta. Muna da building, muna da vehicles, so dole za mu yi applying wannan clinic.
Request for proposal. Request for proposal is a buyer telling the seller, send us proposal of the products you have and their specifications and how you can supply them. Sometimes you develop it as a standard sheet which you can use to be requested. So, but in most cases, to write a proposal, in most cases the seller has it as his own template, and you just fill the information and send you. So he will now, that proposal will inform you of all the tooling he has.
I will give it a 5-star because it was very impactful. The facilitator was very explainable to some doubts that we had. It opened our eyes to some of the mistakes that we've been doing in our businesses and some of the ignorance that we had, some of the things that we didn't have privilege to know. He has opened our eyes to it, and so, well, it was very impactful. He talked about innovation, that you shouldn't be doing the things that you were doing normally, just like the archaic way of doing things, because the system now have changed. So we should also move with the technology, we should move with the system. Instead of doing the things that we do the normal way, we should stop doing them that way. And it helps me that I need to improve in my business, stop doing things the formal way and start doing things in a new way.
Then next is purchase order. So once all that process has been done and you have gotten the person to supply, the supplier to supply, then the purchase order comes in. So this time around, it is the buyer that produced the purchase order, asking the supplier, now, supplier has this. Is that all right? Then the contract or agreement. This is the stage once the purchase order has been raised that, okay, now supply us this, then the contract should be agreed upon. You agree that in your specification, in your proposal or in your bidding, you said you are going to supply us in 2 weeks, 14 days, including weekends. That's what you said. Fine. You said at so price, yes. You said there's a trade discount of so, yes. You said this. So all those terms should be clearly stated in the contract. If it is a forward contract where the supplier is supposed to be supplying the product at that same price for a specific period of time, the contract should spell it clearly. You know, there are contracts of supply that you go into with a supplier, a vendor, that, okay, I need so tons, right? And these tons, we want you to be supplying us for the next 6 months. Are you getting me? That next 6 months, the price that is agreed upon, whether it shoots up or it goes down, it's not your business, you the buyer. Are you getting that kind of agreement? So depending on which agreement you go into. So once it is agreed upon and signed, and tomorrow a machine that is 10 million is now 20 million, that's not your business.
The business clinic we had today, it is wonderful. It teaches us about many things that we have to inculcate inside our business so that the business will move forward. Our facilitator was able to teach us and to give us some reasons and some ways whereby we can increase in our business to make the business to be able to expand and also to get more profit through the innovation that we need to inculcate. New innovation, we should not stick to one method or the old conservative to one way. We should think, be creative in whatever we are doing so that we can be able to get what do people need. How can I come in? How can my service be useful to the environment, to the community or to the state I am? So these are some of the things we have been able to gain from the training that our facilitator has taught us this morning, and also taught us about the importance of insurance, that every business needs to be insured because of unforeseen circumstances that may happen. Also, he also taught us about that this procurement is very important now, because every document, when we document it, it can be able to retrieve. It is easy. It will reduce the work of paper and so many other advantages that we can incur from this e-procurement. By the grace of God, we inculcate almost everything that they have taught us, so that it is going to help my business to expand and gain a greater height.
Looking for a supplier who has what we need, is that right? And then asking him or her to supply them those goods or services or the works that we need at some certain agreed terms. Okay, Zach, you supply them, yes, but at so price, yes, and then so quantity, yes, then so quality, yes, and then at so time, and then at so location. So you can see, so this is just what we talk about as procurement.
So a training din yau gaskiya mun koyi abu da dama. An buɗa mana abubuwa da yawa wanda da ko ka san shi a dunkule, yanzu ne aka buɗa mana shi ka san fassarar shi. An koya mana abubuwa game da procurement. Procurement shine hanyoyi da matakai da zaka bi da zaka sayo kayan aiki, injuna da komai da yanda zai iya biyo hanya da ma kuma yanda zai iya iso har gurin aikinka. Wannan training din gaskiya ya buɗa mun hanyoyin sanin abubuwa da yawa game da business ina, saboda ya nuna mun yanda zan yi insurance. Insurance kuma shine yanda zan kange matsaloli da kuma damuwoyi da za su iya damun sana'ata. Za ka iya samun kamfanoni wanda suna nan ever ready da za su tare ka daga wa'annan matsaloli da za su iya tasowa su bata maka sana'anka. So wannan gaskiya babban karuwa ne da na yi a training din yau. To kusan dukkan abun da aka koyar yau abubuwa ne da duka zan yi implementing a cikin business ina, daga procurement din da hanyoyi da kuma yanda yanzu information technology ya shiga ko ina. An buɗa mana yanda mu ma za mu saka shi a cikin namu business din. Lalle zan yi amfani da procurement din da information technology din da ma insurance din da aka koya mana.
Analyze and measure the impact. Now the issue is, if I shoot an arrow now and the arrow gets to you, the issue is, what will be the impact on you? Okay, possibly you lose blood, you will be hurt, will you die? Okay, you see, so that's the issue. So you need to measure the impact. Will it result to your death? Will it maim you? You know? Will it totally disable you? So that's the measurement you need to know. So in this groundnut now, you discover the arrows of doing that business is expiration. And that expiration is, if the volume that will expire will cost your capital, which means the impact, which means you can no longer even do the business again. Are we right?
It's gaskiya yayi kyau sosai, koma yaya ne dai at least mun karu because da akwai wasu insight a harkan business wanda kai baka sani ba, amma duk inda ka haɗu da professional in yi enlighten ɗinka a kai, you will go deep, ba za ka tafi haka kawai blindly ba without knowing what you're doing. But with this business clinic gaskiya za mu ce mun karu sosai. Akwai abubuwan da muke tafiya da haka kawai ba mu sanya ake yi ba, to yanzu an nuna mana, an yi guiding din yadda za mu yi sosai, saboda na karu, na ga abubuwa da yawa, an yi koya min abubuwa da yawa wanda ban san ya kamata in yi su a cikin business ina ba, to yanzu na gane ya kamata in yi. Akwai abin da ina tafiya ba na yin shi wanda inda na yi ma da business din zai fi haka, to yanzu Allah ya yarda za mu sa input mu based on wannan clinic inda aka yi, mu amfana da shi sosai in Allah ya yarda. Abubuwa da yawa yadda za ka tsara tukunna ma shi business din kansa kafin ka fara, daga sun nuna mana kafin ka fara tukunna ma me ya kamata ka yi na ɗaya. Idan ka fara ya za ka tafiyar da aspect din wajen yin noman, kula da dabbobinka, a'a da yanda in ma kana da ma'aikata, da yanda tsarin yanda za ka tafiyar da shi, da yanda za ka nemo kwastomomi, yanda za ka sai da kayanka, da yanda za ka zo ka tafiyar da shi, da yanda za ka tsara duka. Na karu da abubuwa da yawa sosai.
Then, in the process of innovation, there are innovations that have a link to what the normal sense lacks. For example, if you have a market, you have technology. Look at them there. Market and technology. And then you have existing market, you have new market, which have not gotten your product. And then you also have new technology you have developed, and you have existing technology you are using. Now watch. If you have a new market and you use existing technology on it, then you are developing what we call architectural innovation. For a new market using existing technology, then you are developing architectural what? Innovation. But if you have a new market, an existing market, and you use an existing technology to develop something to be, it becomes incremental innovation. Incremental means it already exists, so you are trying to add something to make it a bit new. So it is existing market and existing technology applied.
Today's business clinic was superb. I really learned a lot, especially in the aspect of innovation. The facilitator talked a lot about innovation, how that we can be problem solvers, we can create, new business models, we can even meet the needs of people while doing our business, and we can learn to be more creative. So I had a good time at the business clinic today. Very relevant, especially now that people seem to be doing the same thing. So when you come for the Brave Women Clinic, you learn how to do things in a new way to achieve new results, and then you become an example in the community. I'm going to look at the aspect of problem solving differently in the educational sector. Not just to provide services, but how to really solve problems, and people will be happy paying money. And then the aspect of risk management, building my capacity to take risks, to make the business move forward. And in the aspect of insurance, we have been very used to the third-party insurance, but today our eyes is open to the comprehensive insurance. So all of this put together, and then the knowledge of procurement being a more detailed approach than purchasing. It will make you plan before you even buy. It's something to take away from here today.
Business clinic abu ne mai kyau, saboda idan ka samu attending din wannan class din, to zai buɗa maka haske ne akan abun da baka sani ba na rendering service business ɗinka, saboda most of the time da kana tafiya ne kawai blindly, baka considering ɗin wasu ɗan expenses kananun nan, kana ga kaman ba wani abu bane, ashe yana cinye riba ba mu sani ba. So da wannan business clinic ɗin ya nuna mana komai dalla-dalla, so gaskiya abu ne mai kyau. So business clinic yana da kyau sosai. Maganar insurance yana da kyau tunda hatsari zai iya faruwa at any time baka shirya mishi ba, amma in ka yi insurance kaga ko ba komai dai Allah ya kiyaye, za ka dan zama covered da insurance din. So wannan ba karamin ilmantarwa ba ne.